Welcome to Ancestral Ascensions with Trish Meekins. I am doing our reading for Friday, January 16th. And what I am going to do is I think I'm going to do some oracle and see what the messaging is for Friday, January 16th for the collective. I'm going to ask spirit guides to bring forward any messages for what the collective needs to know, that they don't see coming for Friday, January 16th. Let's see what the message is. That one card wants to come out. Let's see here. Okay, so the first card that came out is a compromise or a master teacher. So we see number 49 and that card being that master teacher. What I see here with the two hands coming together with that yellow and that purple hand that comes together, we see that green being there, coming from a place from the heart, feeling the messaging that's coming in from spirit. We see spirit that's there, you know, a real sincere wanting and wanting to help others. I see this as a very sincere and authentic way of being in service to others, and of course that being represented by giving that helping hand. But it's not just a helping hand, it is coming directly through the heart from spirit. What a beautiful card. So maybe you are that master teacher, and it's time to take up this place as master teacher from all of the things that you have experienced in your life, and that you have opened your heart to hear those messages. Next card, appreciation and divine helpers. So again, we have this beautiful card of this spirit offering up these stars to the people down below who are those helpers, those ones that truly care about people and humanity and want to help bring them on through those trials and tribulations in life. You know, I see the unity as well in this card with the people who have joined hands and are supportive to those divine helpers. So seeing those hands, you are being rewarded for being that divine helper. Spirit is wanting to give you a gift, and is being represented by those stars that are coming down towards you, that you have gone above and beyond what others even begin to think about for other people, just to be in service or to be a helper. So you are being rewarded, and we see this in both of these cards, is that Spirit is giving you a gift for the service that you have been doing up until this point. He sees that you are helping from the heart, and that you are very creative in the way that you do help, and that you don't compromise yourself. Even, you know, looking at this card here, it says compromise. You know, from what I see here is, as a master teacher, that you are able to help others without compromising your own being, your own heart. You are taking the messages directly from spirit, and you're giving this help. And because you are doing that, Creator or the Spirit wants to help you, and we're getting this recognition and the appreciation for the help that you continue to give others in that very kind way. And following this appreciation up, we see the prosperity guides. So again, we have the hands coming down from Spirit in every single one of these cards. And maybe you have felt that you have been deprived in the past. Maybe that's financially. Maybe it's that you felt as though you were working in a silo and that your work was not being recognized. But Spirit is absolutely saying, I see what you're doing. I see how hard you are working. And I'm going to reward you for these gifts that you have been giving others so selflessly, but not in the way that it compromised your own heart and your own well-being. You've done this in a very balanced and in a very balanced way. I just love these cards today. I think I'm going to continue on with these beautiful messages and see what else is coming out here for the collective for January 16th, Friday, January 16th. Any messaging that the collective needs to know, Creator. Okay, let's go with another deck. I'm going to go with the animal spirit guides. I like these. That's what's coming out. Give me the spirit. What needs to come out for the collective's greatest good? Any messages for the collective in the greatest and highest good? One more spirit. Just one more card is all I'm looking for. One more message for the collective for Friday, January 16th. I'm going to take this very top card. Okay, we have the Roadrunner once again. Roadrunner came out earlier in the week. It is inspired quick action. It says, keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. I really like this card because, you know, I was looking for that one more message and I'm thinking to myself, why isn't there one more message coming out? But here it is. I just take that top one and then Creator's saying, just don't be so serious. Go with the flow. Allow for the humor to set in. Enjoy life. I think we talked about that a little bit on our on the reading for yesterday, for Thursday the 15th. Was having that fun, finding that play. But I also see here Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. You know, I think about this card in terms of the deep emotional healing. And, you know, and I see the Roadrunner that comes out right before this. And for me, you know, healing happens in all different ways. Whenever we express emotion, that is really when we heal ourselves. And so I like that Roadrunner came out here before the Seagull, because what it's saying is, like, you can heal through laughter as well. You know, if you can find ways to, you know, to really enjoy life. You know, it's also going along with this appreciation just above in terms of the divine helper. And then the last card that also flipped upside down, so it says, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. And this is a manatee. And the manatee are like the cows of the ocean. Accept the situation rather than fighting to change it. So I feel like this message really here is talking about going with the flow. Just allowing for things to happen. I feel like now is the time for this deep emotional healing. And I wonder if this healing is going to come out of a good thing. Like when Spirit does bring you these gifts for being such an amazing helper, the prosperity guides, we see them here as well, for that it might spark that healing, to allow for that last bit of healing to come, because I think that, you know, things don't have to be terrible, you know, in order to spark the healing. Sometimes when things are really, really good and they come towards you and you feel the love, that will spark that healing. For me personally, I would even say in the last, 5 to 10 years, I would say that a lot of the healing for me has come from people who have been so absolutely kind and loving to me. It's not something that I think that we're all raised with. I think that, you know, in an ideal world, absolutely, it would be lovely to have that very supporting, kind energy around us all of the time. But I feel like there's something really, really good that's going to happen, that's coming in. And it's going to help heal you, and you're going to really feel that gratitude and appreciation from the gifts that Creator has given you. And again, I see a lot of green here, a lot of orange as well, and blue. So, green being from the heart, orange being that creativity, and we see it again here with the Roadrunner. We see the orange and the yellow, the creativity, and the yellow being the solar plexus, having the confidence to be able to do things. So from the heart, the creativity, and then we see the blue. For me, representing that blue, representing the throat chakra. So maybe the words that you say, even the sound of your voice, may be very healing for others around you. But use that creativity as well as your voice. Maybe it's through speaking. Maybe it's through singing. Maybe it's through channeling. Whatever that gift is, I feel like Creator is giving you a divine gift for all of the help that you have given others, and all of the trials and tribulations that you have gone through, who has made you this master teacher. I feel like I want to get a little bit more information here, so I think I'll go with the Lenormand deck here and see what is coming out today for the collective, January 16th. Creator, Spirit, please give me any messaging that would be for the greater good of the collective. One more card. I'll take these two right here. Oh, Fox and the Bear. So the very first one I see come out here is the Scythe. And, or maybe it's I always have a hard time with this one. We used to play with these all the time when we were kids. We had a lot of acreage, and we used to go out and just cut down the longer grass with this. But to me, this is representing cutting away all of the things that no longer serve you. Again, we see this number 10, which is that final completion, that completing any cycles of karma that may have kept you stuck or blocked in the past. I love that there's these beautiful roses and the moon that is behind there. So it's cutting away all of those things that no longer serve you. And when we see the full moon is that time for release, time for letting go of the things that really no longer serve you. The next card we have beside that is a letter. Again, getting those messages, whether you're getting those messages for spirit or you're expecting a message, it is coming very, very soon, maybe February 7th. Seeing the 2 and the 7 there, and also equaling a 9, so maybe in 9 days we're looking at a letter. We also have the fox beside the letter. And maybe, when I think of foxes, what are the attributes that the fox have? Let me just look here. Fox symbolism. Clever. That's what came to mind. Cleverness and adaptability. It says the fox has very high intelligence and is able to adapt to all kinds of situations. So I'm not sure if this letter that's coming in has something to do with strategy, about being adaptable. Maybe it's just about cutting away some of the things that no longer serve you, as it's coming in behind or underneath the seagull, and the seagull who do clean up a lot of the garbage out there. They could be cleaning up some of this emotional healing here. And then finally we have the bear, which is also healing. When I think of that, I think about the healing that the bear does allow for in life. It is one of our medicine animals, and so seeing that hibernation. For some reason, both of these animals come up about winter. So when I think about those fox about pouncing, that's what I see them pouncing for whatever it is that they are hunting for. You know, it's like he can hunt for things that he just hears the vibration for. This fox, you know, they're able to listen to the vibration when they do their hunting. So it's not like they can see that little mouse or whatever it is that they're hunting, or that rabbit, because they're under the snow. And so I feel like you are just allowing for your intuition to guide you and to lead the way for yourself at this time. We see 1-4, so maybe, you know, that's number 5. So change, challenge, freedom. That's what the number 5 stands for. But following that intuition is really, and going after what it is that you need to sustain you. You know, I think that for many years we've allowed for, or we fall into the survival mode. But being able to manifest what it is that you want and find those things just using simply your intuition, the senses, your senses. This bear spirit, lots of healing properties when I look at the bear. And this bear seems very comfortable, actually. You know, just kind of hanging out. A 5 and a 1, making that 6. So maybe there's a sense of getting comfortable. Maybe you are hibernating at this point in time. I know for me, I've just moved back to my home community, and I definitely feel this hibernation, or wanting to just sort of settle in and get comfortable before I go out and explore my surroundings. So that's the messaging I'm getting there from that bear spirit. So these are the messages for today. Thank you so much for coming and listening to the reading for January 16th, 2026. Please like, share, or subscribe if you have enjoyed this message.